And welcome to another edition of the BnA Running Podcast. Of course, whenever I start this is a car, or three. So if you don't know what I'm doing, I have a podcast where I run. I'm probably going to upload this to YouTube, which is, it's going to be different. It's going to be weird. I don't really have that solid of a fan base where it's just like people, like thousands of viewers be like, what is this kid doing? But I'm going to make you guys a promise. Starting tomorrow, actually I guess starting today, because today's the 31st, we are going to run every single day in the month of January. I run every day regardless, so I'm like, why not? If I'm running 15 miles a day, why not bring you along with me? I'm not going to be talking, and I'm not going to be doing a podcast for 15 miles. Instead, we're going to do about a mile. It started off as the extra mile running podcast. I've been changing it to around 10 minutes because it feels like 7 minutes is a little bit too fast, and not a lot of people do that. So run with me, 10 minutes every day. Start your New Year's resolution. And yeah, that's my pack to you guys. And with that, see you guys in my next video. No, just kidding. We are only a minute done. Sometimes with these videos, the first minute feels like an eternity, but then you kind of get the hang of it. So I've been doing these. This is like my 14th overall episode, but yeah, it's kind of a place for me to vent, talk about like channel updates and kind of get my thoughts out there, because I don't really talk a lot about YouTube to like my friends and stuff. So sometimes I want to speak, I want to be free, I want to be like a bird. And sometimes some interesting things happen. Sometimes you almost get hit by cars. Sometimes we say Merry Christmas to people awkwardly. Sometimes we say hi to people and they don't respond, because we're trying to be nice people. But yeah, as far as channel updates, my goals for 2020, I'm coming out with my BnA Sports podcast tomorrow. I'm just not going to set the lofty goal of finishing it today, because I don't want to rush it out. But then I know tomorrow I'm probably not going to get it done. It's really going to come out the 2nd of the month. That's just what's going to happen. I just know. But today, I'm uploading my New Year's predictions for next year. I've been doing it every single year now, but every single year, this is the second year of doing it. Where are we going to be in 2022? It's easy to do with sports, not like the real world. What are you going to say? Like, we're going to land on Mars? Like, this person's going to die. Jimmy Carter is going to die. Like, it's kind of morbid. Like, I'm going to start predicting Queen Elizabeth's death. Yeah, that's going to make some great content out there. I'm going to predict another pandemic. Yeah, that's why I kind of like sports. Because you have a frame that you can work with, and you can predict things. And, yeah. I don't know what else I'm talking about. I used to have, a list of things. I don't have a list of things. I have a list of things in my brain. I do not want this to become, a show where I'm like, now we're doing the comment of the day. Or something like that. I don't want it to be the shout out of the day. Maybe shout out of the day. If you're running, it kind of motivates you. But I used to have, when I was younger, I had a show that I did, only got 5-6 views per video. It was in 2012. I had the show of the week. So I had the joke of the week. I had the app of the week, and then I would kind of show the app, my favorite app, my favorite music, what I was kind of listening to. I don't want it to be like that. I kind of want it to be my streamlined thoughts, and maybe one day we'll expand. Eventually, after this month is going to be weekly or bi-weekly, but eventually we'll expand. Maybe we'll run a half marathon together. Maybe we'll do something like that. But obviously, I don't run the same pace as a lot of you people do. I've been slow. And if you didn't know, Skip Bayless, I didn't know he was that fast of a runner. Jesus, he ran a 2:47 marathon. What the fuck? That's 6:22 per mile. And I don't know his half marathon time, but I bet you it's fast. I bet you it's pretty fast. I'm just splitting cars right now. I wish you could see what I'm seeing. That's why I kind of like the audio, but I'm imagine I had a GoPro on my head. You gotta see what I'm seeing. But we don't have the technology. We just have the audio, which is pretty sick. Literally, I'm carrying my phone. Technology is scary sometimes. I'm carrying my phone, I'm running, and somehow I'm recording a podcast. That's sick. I had this idea when I was in like, I think it was senior year or going into senior year of high school. I was like, this is like, we're basically running twice a day. We're running all the time. And like in the afternoon, we'd have to get like a 3 to 4 mile run done. And, you know, it'd be slow. It'd be like 10 pace, 9 pace. But like, we have to get it done. So sometimes we only did like 3-4 times, but we just flip it on, kind of like dick around and just talk about random shit. That's what I enjoy doing. Like that, I think this idea has legs. I want to be the pioneer. I don't care if I make a bunch of money off it. In fact, I'm not sponsoring these. I only made 50 cents off my podcast in my life, so I'm not looking to be the next running millionaire. But I want to be the pioneer. I don't care if they forget about me, but I want to be thought of like myself. I'm the one who pioneered this, because I've searched it up. No other dumbass is doing this. None. And as far as like cursing, my opinions about it, I feel like it should be well placed. It shouldn't be like I'm expecting it. It should be cursing, in my opinion, you know, different people have different audiences. Should be genuine and like emotional. Like sometimes when I'm talking, I feel like, hey, I should curse here. I should swear because I feel like it would add emphasis. But I kind of hold myself back just a little bit in my head. So I'm like, the less you use it, the more effective it is, if you know what I mean. But going back to Skip Bayless, see? Running, train of thoughts. My marathon PR, I ran a marathon before, but it was just to do the distance. It was one rainy day, the week before my birthday in September. And I was just like, you know what? I'm going to do it. So I just kept on running out and out. That should be a story for a different day. I'm telling all the stories at once. But no, my half marathon PR is 1:21:55. My friend beat it by 1 second. How do you beat it by 1 second? Like he didn't even know my PR. He just beat it by 1 second. But to be fair, my course was hillier. It wasn't the hilliest course in the world. Probably about like 500 feet in elevation, which isn't a whole bunch if you're not familiar with that. But it's still hilly. Like right now, the course that I'm running, I run the same one every day, but it's rarely any elevation change. Like it's like a 15-foot hill and that's it. That's it. There's some bridges by me, but that's like they're like highways. So I'm like, I'm not gonna run next to cars. They're going like 65 miles an hour. I'm not doing that shit. But yeah, half marathon PR 1:21:55. Can you beat it? What's your half marathon PR? Any PRs? Comments? Which I feel like that kind of sucks, the whole podcast form, because it isn't so interactive. YouTube's a little more interactive. I can't like hear you guys, but you guys can hear me. You guys are with me emotionally. I know my half marathon PR is around 6:15 per mile pace. And yeah, that's a weird flex, but we're 8 minutes in. I see this guy, see the same people every day. I did in the summer, not so much now. But yeah, see the same people. I'm pretty sure they recognize me. Like, what's that weirdo with who's that like weirdo with the short shorts? Especially when I start like talking to myself, like, is he FaceTiming somebody or like what the hell is he doing? Yeah, because I'm just like looking up. I'm not even looking at the screen like I'm talking to somebody. And yeah, now we are commentating. We are going underneath the bridge. We get some shade. It was pretty cold here like a week ago, but now we're seeing some near record temps for New Year's. Like Christmas, the high was only like 49. That was a week ago. Today's high is, wait for it, 82 degrees. Right now it's around 74 degrees. I usually do weather updates usually towards the beginning, but I was just too excited. Yeah, we usually do weather updates because I'm like, cool. I'm like, sometimes I listen to these back because I don't have that many of them. I'm like, that's where Anthony was. Like one day it was like 20 degrees out, and even earlier this week I just can't speak. I'm like, hey guys, what's up? I sound like I'm drunk or something. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's everything I want to talk about. Remember, run with me. Come on, we can do a New Year's resolution. You can, and if you want to pay extra money, do the extended version of my podcast. Now, we're about through 10 minutes. Remember, guys, I always say, go the extra mile. Get up, go run. Even though it's like 10 o'clock right now, I got up, went back to sleep, ate, went back to sleep. Now I'm running. So get up, eat, sleep again, get enough energy, and then go run. Again, go the extra mile. And see you in my next piece of content. And see you guys in 2021. Bye, guys.